starting point of my Northern Ireland Causeway coastal tour is here, the old shipyard of Harland and Wolff. On the 31st of March 1909, the construction of the Titanic cruise ship began. It cost around $7.5 million to build, equivalent to $400 million in today's cash, with the shipyard employing 14,000 men at the time to build it and its sister ship, the Olympic. The Titanic project was so large that there were 3 dry docks in Harland and Wolff, but they had to convert 2 of them into one, as there was nowhere else in the world which could accommodate a ship build of this size. It took this huge workforce only 2 years to complete the Titanic, and by the time it went for its fit-out, it had already set the record for the largest man-made movable object in the world. It set sail from Southampton in 1912 on its fateful voyage to New York. She made a stop in Cherbourg, France, and then a stop in Cove, Ireland, known back then as Queenstown, before sinking in the Atlantic 325 miles off Newfoundland and only 1,000 miles from New York. Of its 2,300 passengers, 1,500 of them perished, but maybe a lesser known fact is that 8 workers died in workplace accidents building the ship before it even set sail. Therefore, whilst nearly all of the respects have been paid to the passengers and crew over the last 100 years, I want to mark the start of my tour of the Causeway coastal route by paying respect to those 8 unsung heroes, 3 of them still unidentified. They worked here in this Harland and Wolff shipyard, which is where I'm starting my, albeit much smaller, voyage. Quite a fitting starting point really though, because anybody who sets off on an adventure is not averse to risk. So, shall we begin? Whilst I know most of you are tuning in from a biker's point of view, I know my journey will interest non-bikers too. I've some fascinating stories to tell you, along with a potted history of landmarks en route, so welcome on board. Can't believe it, this has been a long time in the planning. Incidentally, this is really weird that I should be setting off from Belfast and looking at those cranes, because my first ever trip away from Newcastle in a working capacity when I was 18 was actually to film in the Harland and Wolff shipyard, and I actually went up in one of those cranes. I'm sure I still have the certificate. I don't know if they still do that if you're allowed to even go up in the cranes anymore, but I have a certificate somewhere. I'll try and flash it up for you just to prove that I did it. So anyway, you're very welcome on board to ride pillion with me. I'm heading east. My first stop is Carrickfergus. I've always fancied having a look at Carrickfergus Castle. I love the song Carrickfergus, and if the copyright laws allowed me, I'd play you a little bit of it now, but I'm not going to have my video taken down off YouTube just because I play you a 30-second clip of Carrickfergus. So do yourself a favour, Google the song Carrickfergus, and then you'll know what I mean. So it's a beautiful Irish ballad, and I've always had a sort of wonderful imagination really about what Carrickfergus may well look like. So first time there, and obviously if you don't know what this series of videos is about, I'm going to be travelling the coastal Causeway route, so the Antrim coastline basically. And obviously I've just started. Beautiful day. I hope this is a sign of what lies in store weather-wise for the next few days. I actually don't know how long I'm going to be spending doing this, because one thing I learned off my my last little trip away, which was to Inisherin, Achill Island, was that I literally needed double the time. I just don't factor in enough time when I'm stopping at all these places. So I'm not going to rush. I'm going to enjoy it, take my time, and see where the road takes me. Alrighty. What a beautiful day. Okay, drone in the air, I think, yeah. On the 2nd of April 1912, the residents of Carrickfergus turned out in their thousands to watch as the RMS Titanic made its first ever journey up the loch from its construction dock in Belfast. The famous passenger liner was anchored overnight just off the coast of Carrickfergus before continuing on its ill-fated journey. So next stop is Larne. Now this is an incredible story I've been dying to bring you. Obviously it was always gonna fit into this little tour I'm doing, but it's a story I heard over a year ago, and when I went and researched it more, it's an incredible tale. Now, spoiler alert, it involves something in a graveyard, and that's all I'm going to give away, because I really want to tell you the story when I'm there. Not too far away, 13 minutes in fact, yeah, I'm really excited about this, and you'll see why in a short while. But just take in this beautiful scenery for the minute, folks. This is just beautiful. I really hope the next few days stays like this. I'll be blessed. I was supposed to do this last year, even over a year ago. I've tried 3 or 4 times, and then the weather always sort of let me down and different things as well. So I'm just delighted to be here at last. You know, what I was saying there in the shipyard, you know, anybody going off on any sort of voyage, you know, is not averse to risk. There's still a load of adrenaline pumps around me, you know, when I head off on a sort of tour like this. I suppose it's not a bad thing. It's good that, well, it sort of keeps me on my toes in terms of safety. Well, I would hope it does anyway. And it's just the unknown, you know, not really knowing what the next few days is going to churn up for me. Now, I know I'm talking about safety, but I really have to get ahead of this tractor. And I can't see at all around the bends. So, tractors are the bane of my life, actually, because of where I live. It's well, everybody's a farmer around where I live. Tractors everywhere. Quite nice though, in a way, when it does slow you down and you're allowed to take in the scenery a bit. So I shouldn't complain. Actually, yeah, bring on the tractors. Look at this scenery, which I'm able to look around at. Okay, let's motor on to Larne. In 1588, a sailor's body was washed up on Ballygally Beach, here in Larne. He was part of the Spanish Armada, whose ship was blown off course by a storm, and even though his was the only body found, the kind locals buried him in an unmarked grave right here in the graveyard of St. Patrick's Church of Ireland. What happened next soon caught the attention of relatives visiting their loved ones' graves in the surrounding plots. They noticed a sapling growing quicker than normal in the spot where this man had been recently buried. The locals then further discovered that as he was lowered into his grave, not only was he buried in the clothes he was washed up in, but he was allowed to keep the small bag of seeds found in his pocket at the time he was laid to rest. It was later discovered that these were sweet chestnut seeds, which he was carrying reputedly to deter scurvy whilst at sea. But, determined to make his mark in his unmarked grave, the sailor's seeds sprouted from his pocket in the damp graveyard and grew into this.
There's also another lesser-known fact connected to this story. Have you ever heard the saying, dig deep and you never know what you might find? Yep, that's connected to this fella's pockets as well.
Unfortunately, in 2020, the tree fell due to root disease after standing in the graveyard for over 430 years. Scientists have verified that the tree was indeed seeded at that time around the late 16th century and also from Spanish origin, adding huge credence to this story.
And if that's not enough to validate this story, then check this out.
Now, is it just me, or does anybody else see something here? If he was that determined to make his mark, then of course, when the tree was felled, it was always going to reveal his self-portrait. Adios, amigo. Descanse en paz.
What about that for a story? I hope you enjoyed that. Really, every time I think about it, it blows me away, that story. I think it's amazing. Hopefully it had the same effect on you. Okay, next stop. Actually, I have a bit of a surprise for you now. I'm actually heading to the docks where the ferry comes in Larne, just around the corner, actually. To meet. Get this as well. I mean, I know I've just told you an incredible story in that graveyard there about the sailor, but here's another incredible fact as well. I'm going to meet the first ever subscriber to this YouTube channel. Well, after my wife and kids subscribed, my first real subscriber called Trevor, he's coming over from Scotland to join me on this journey. I don't know how long he's staying for. I don't know if he plans to do the whole thing with me, but we're just going to play it by ear. So yeah, I'm going to meet him. I've just got a little message off him there just to say he's actually arrived, he's here. So really excited about that. He's followed me from the beginning, so 3 years he's been following me, and he comments on nearly every video, and he just seems like a really great guy. We've spoken a good few times on the phone, and so it'll be great to meet him. I hate being late for anybody, especially somebody I haven't met before. It's very unprofessional. Now, Trev drives rides a GS as well, the Adventure. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for that. Actually, this is a great meeting place, right on the coastline. God, that's a great location for a KFC, isn't it? Look at the view out the window over there. Aha, there's the man himself. Probably been waiting for about 2 hours or something. And what a gorgeous looking GS. Ah, Jesus, Trev, great to see you, buddy. How the hell are you?
I'm good.
Give us a hug.
Yeah.
Great to see you, buddy. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting.
That's all right, no.
I feel awful about it. So yeah, I had all sorts going wrong this morning. So anyway, I'll get off and give you a proper handshake. Oh God, I'm stiff. How are you, bud?
I'm good.
Great to see you.
Yeah,
After all this time. Right, yeah, I made a list of places to go and see. I shall show you now. So, and I think I did it in order as well. It is, but that's all in order. And we're staying up on the top coast.
Yeah.
Tonight somewhere.
That glass, whatever it is.
Yeah, it looks nice, that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know about the place tomorrow night.
That looks like
Grand.
that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Right, Glenarm Castle.
Right.
Fancy it?
Yeah.
Right, brilliant. Now, you're going to love this. You know how organised I am. I am normally very, very organised. I'm letting myself down here. So I was so cheesed off with the camera situation and trying to get something sorted for today that I forgot the lead to charge my intercom.
Oh, the
So, in fact, have you brought your charger lead?
Yeah.
Have you? I wonder if it's the same connection, and I could at least charge it tonight. It's one of them. Shall I lead the way?
Yeah.
All right. That is a gorgeous bike, isn't it? He's having a bit of trouble getting his leg over. Oh, Trev, your glasses are there, mate. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, what a stunning looking bike that is, isn't it? I just had a little sit on it there, because this is the lowered version. My GS is the low chassis version. I always thought where are you going now? The normal size would be too big for a short ass like me, but no, I was pleasantly surprised. Couldn't exactly flat foot, but 2 feet on the ground, and Trev said he has the front seat on the highest setting. So I'll probably go home and start looking around for new bikes now, of course, won't I? Trevor's going to cost me a fortune already. Now, being the polite man he is, he didn't tell me how long he was waiting. I feel awful. I'll make it up to him. Seems like a thoroughly good bloke though. I'm delighted with that. You could be forgiven for thinking you were on the Italian Riviera here. The colour of the water, it's beautiful. Another GS. And I've got a funny feeling the more north we head, I think the more beautiful it's going to be, the more idyllic the scenery gets. Certainly from looking at photographs whilst I've been researching this as well, you know. So what have we got in store? Well, wouldn't you like to know? I would like to know as well. No, I've got a couple of things planned, couple of things researched. Well, indeed, like the graveyard there in Larne. You know, so I'm not going on a completely blind goose chase. Is this this looks like one of my mountain pass. What was the name? Oh, the Caja Pass, which I did last year down in the Republic. This little tunnel here reminds me of that. Go and check out that video actually if you haven't seen it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I love doing that series on the mountain passes. Heading off soon again actually to do some more. My very understanding wife, Mrs. Perry. Mind you, probably suits her that I go away a lot. If I'm not away with work, I'm away on the bike. How gorgeous is this? I sort of wait all winter for days like this, you know. And I love the smell of seaweed. And it's literally coming into the helmet here in bucket loads. It's a beautiful smell. One of my first ever holidays with my family, we went to France, and we were down near a harbour, and that's where I smelt, I don't know how old I was, maybe 7 or something, but I smelt seaweed for the first time, and it's just stuck with me. It's like, you know, I'm forever talking about the smells when I'm riding around, certainly over in the west of Ireland. The smell of the turf being burnt, the peat. I just love that smell, and like the smell of the yellow gorse on the way up here earlier, and the smell of seaweed. I don't know what it is about smells. They just transport me back in time. Few GS's in there as well. I would have said, yeah, this is a very popular route for bikers, alright. So the way myself and Trev are doing it, obviously we started, well, I started in Belfast, out to Carrickfergus, then Larne, and we're going north. We're heading up the east coast around the top. We're actually going to stay at the top tonight, and then at some stage we'll end up in Derry, and that'll be our final stop. So ping that little bell, folks, and you'll be notified of well, when the next video comes out. Appreciate you coming along though for the ride. I always love I often say this, you know, because I feel as though when I'm talking away, I feel as like I'm talking on my intercom to the person sat on the back seat. And of course I'm just talking to you folk, but it does keep me company. Strange as it may seem, I love chatting away to you. Just look at this scenery, seriously. Can you imagine if it had been a dull, dark, cloudy day? I wouldn't have had the same vibe at all. Can't believe it. I've been on a bike for about 20 minutes and I haven't stopped to take a photograph yet. Setting a new record. What a stunning coastline. You know, I work in Northern Ireland quite a bit. I've never ever been out this way. Famous for the road racing up here as well, of course, the Dunlops. In fact, I'm hoping to pay a visit to the Joey Dunlop Memorial, and there's a cafe which is a mecca for anybody on a motorbike up here. Everybody sort of heads there, pay their respects to the family. So I'm hoping we get the chance over the next few days to pop in there as well. That'll be great. What a family, the Dunlop family, synonymous with motorcycle racing. Just in case you're tuning in as a viewer, just to watch the coastline and the scenery and the places that I'm visiting, you might not be into motorbikes at all, but if you are into bikes, then of course you'll know exactly who the Dunlop family are. Glenarm. Now I'm hoping, I can't even remember, I researched this so long ago, I don't know why I put Glenarm Castle on my list of things to see, so I just hope it's impressive. Left here, So the coastal route is back up there to the right, which we'll be coming back on, but this is to the castle. Castle Street. That would be a bit of a clue, wouldn't it? Oh, look. And that's just the gate lodge. Alrighty, let's see what this is all about, will we? Doesn't look very open. It's beautiful, but it's shut. Now, Trev here will be thinking, what on earth has he done coming all the way over from Scotland to see me, who's taking him to places which are shut. Right, let's sort this one out. Oh, having a bit of stand trouble, Trev. Oh, look at that. It's a heavy, there's a bit of a hill here, so it's a heavy enough bike to roll forwards. So yeah, he's realised that. There we go. He's done it again. That's the easy option. Good man, Trev. I knew you'd figure it out. Very good.
Well, it looks absolutely beautiful, but I don't think I'm getting much further than the gate here. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, Trev. I royally messed up that one. Look at how pretty this is, though. I would say it's definitely worth a visit, by the way. Just get your times right. It did say on Google that it doesn't close until 5. Google did say 5 o'clock, didn't it, Trev?
Yes.
That it closes.
I think we are actually at the wrong entrance, because I think we need to go down over that bridge and round up.
I knew I should have followed you.
Have you tried knocking?
Yeah. Somebody shouted an expletive towards me. I don't know why. They must have known we were coming. Yeah, there's a very angry man on the other side of the door. Yeah. Right, let's we'll drive around the other side. So all is not lost yet, folks. Have a little bit of faith in me, will you?
I'm normally very organised, seriously. Trev put, he was just telling me that he put his electric jacket on. Not expecting the day or the temperature to be like this, of course. Oh yeah, there's a sign up there. Glenarm Castle, next left. So if you are visiting here, don't pay any attention to Google Maps. Figure it out yourself, or get somebody else to lead the way. This is more like it. Oh, it's a loose gravel here. Take it handy there, Trev. Where's the castle? I know, yeah, it's horrible. It's very loose. So at least I took us to the castle, because there's no sign of a castle here. Time to explore, I think. It's such a shame. I was really expecting to get some lovely drone footage and everything. There's not a chance that was going to be happening there. The family are in residence. Well, then don't open the grounds, you know. Like, I don't just want to go to a gift shop when I'm visiting the castle. You couldn't even see the castle. Right. Mental note. Bypass Glenarm Castle in the future. Still. What about that to cheer me up? And like I've said, I've never been up this way. I thought I'd seen all of the island of Ireland. Maybe I'm saving the best until last. This is incredible. So next stop is Cushendun or Cushendun, however it's pronounced. And again, because I researched this so long ago, I'm not sure what there is to see there. Maybe I just put it down as a place to ride through. It's well signposted, this Causeway coastal route. And there's a sign on the right hand signpost as well which says watch out for motorcycles. So clearly a very popular spot. I've just realised in my wing mirror Trev isn't there, so I'll slow down a little bit and I hope he catches me up. Another mountain tunnel. Look great. I mean, you would have thought, why did they bother? Why not just cutting? Why did the planners not sort of cut away that part? But it's good that it didn't. It's great to preserve it, obviously. Just so peaceful and tranquil, like there's hardly anybody about. Unless, I mean, I suppose this could be a lot of sort of holiday homes as well, you know. Wants me to go left here. Castle, Cushendun. Wow, what a gorgeous town. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to pull in and wait for Trev to catch up. Of course, if I'd charged my intercom... Ah, here he is. Murder an ice cream. Is that too much to ask, do you think? How gorgeous is this? And already I'm thinking I'd love to live over there. the ducks just sitting on the grass as well here. Oh God, this is just beautiful. Wow. What about that for a view? This is turning out to be quite farcical, actually. So when we're pulled in here, yeah, as you know, I just really fancied an ice cream. So Trev doesn't eat ice cream because he's lactose intolerant. So we both agreed a coffee was the second best option, right? So walked around the corner into the little street there. The cafe is closed, so we went into the shop, which has a coffee machine, a Lavazza coffee machine no less, but the coffee machine's out of order. It's just one of them days. So we're heading now to this is Cushendun, by the way. As Trev said, the clue is on the hotel name over the road. So we're heading now to Tor Head, which is around the peninsula there. In fact, that's probably Tor Head, right over there. Anyway, we'll carry on. We're staying in Castle tonight. Just had a little look there. We're staying in a boutique B&B. So I thought, yeah, it'd be a great idea, as I mentioned, I think earlier, to ring the B&B and book a table for dinner. And then the lady said, no, we don't do food. So that's another one to the list today. Holy God, something's got to go right for us. This is, you couldn't write this. Yeah, I think sat-nav saying go left, but yeah, let's go on the scenic route around the peninsula. 6 minutes slower, but hey, so what? It should be spectacular scenery. So next stop is Murlock Bay. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Can't believe how quiet the roads are. I thought on a day like this it would be absolutely packed. Mind you, this weather has been sort of unexpected. It wasn't supposed to be like this today, so maybe that's why. What's he seeing here? Oh, Murlock Bay, this is where we're going. Well spotted, Trev. I would have ridden straight past that. And Castle's only 5 kilometres away, which is where our digs are for the night. Not sure where we're going here. I bet it's good though. Sure is. No vehicles beyond this point anyway. Oh, it's National Trust. Oh, so there's probably the most incredible palatial property up there. I'd say there's a beautiful place. National Trust own it.
Yeah.
It's probably a big mansion up there. Do you reckon they do coffee?
Hmm?
Do you reckon they do coffee? Should we go knock on the door? It's just so peaceful, isn't it? So, we're just approaching the end of day one. Just coming into Ballycastle. I hope you can see alright, that sun is blinding. And the place we're staying at tonight is called Glass Island B&B. Please be good. You know that way, the anxiety is building. So the lady did tell me on the phone when I rang asking about food that there's a very good restaurant in town and also a very good pub. We'll see what Trev fancies. Where are we? Is that it? Lee Bank Care Home. That might be more apt for the two of us. Glass Island, there it is. Just roll down a bit. We've had a fair share of hills today. Oh, this looks nice. I wonder, could I just park here? Would that be okay? I'm sure it would. Alright, let's get ourselves sorted. Alrighty, some size machine that, isn't it? Beautiful. Right, let's get ourselves checked in. Thank you so much, folks, for coming along today. Really appreciate it. Riding pillion with me. We're absolutely shattered, Trev and I. So we're going to get something to eat and probably get an early night before we do it all again tomorrow. Alright, thanks a million. Dave Perry, Really Good TV. I'm out of here.